to Observer System Redux, the horror walking simulator by Bluba, a Polish development team. We're going to go find out what the scary noises are. So let's do that now. If you actually go down here, you'll find a card right here on the floor. I've already picked it up though, so let's put it on. Now again, these little cut scenes that you see, they're just referring to that we are simulated. We're an observer that's able to jack into people's minds, but what we don't realize is that someone's already jacked into ours. So this is a simulated reality. If you come down here, this is where the scary noises are coming from, this room here. The code is somewhere else. I will show you in a later video, but it requires me going a long way away and then coming back here. So it's 7441, I think, from memory. And there we go. Are you ready to find out what the scary noises are? Like always, we have to pull them. Alright, so Layers of Fear is basically Bloober's previous. Well, it's Medium. I wonder if they made a game called Medium. If you're after a card, it will be in the freezer in here. You can always tell by the yellow stickers. They're nanophage cards. They're cards where the developers of the game have given themselves nanophage as a bit of a thank you, a bit of a tribute, a bit of a Easter egg. So the scary noises is right behind this curtain, and it is...
Fuck. A living organ farm. It must be in agony.
Yes, we're in an organ farm. So this is a mutated pig, I guess. It's had its legs cut off. It's being fueled and harvested while living for tissue. Which they combine with human biomass, which the Ripper Clinic, which we will see later where you get your code, the Ripper Clinic uses that in the augmentation process. So now if you actually, we're going to put the,
If I reboot, the sedation program should resume. Or I could unplug it, put it out of its misery.
So what we're going to do... And now it's a happy little biomass. It's basically seeing that. You can turn it off here, life support, and then unplug it for another achievement as well. But that's basically what it is. So when you go back to Jack Kansas, viewing himself as a savior because he's able to do augmentations on the cheap side, this is basically what you're asking for. This is his technology behind the scenes. This is where he gets his living tissue. And this is where you badly can get diseases, nanophage, all sorts of things. So, or any type of plague and disease, as you can see with the flies and everything else. So he's anything really but a savior. But he doesn't view himself that way. And that becomes very interesting. I'm going to turn on the... So if we come down here, we find another
anyone
character.
Out there? Help me, please!
What's wrong? What's going on in there?
Oh, thank God. Please, I'm trapped in here.
Okay, sir. Can you tell me exactly what's going on?
I woke up stuck to this contraption. There was a tube down my throat. I barely managed to pull it out.
Okay. Take a look around the room and tell me what you see.
I can't see anything. There's something on my head. Oh, God, help me.
So if you remember Pieta, and the contraption she was in, and it's kind of like that, but with a VR unit, what the pig was wearing, but for a human.
Let's try this. The thing on your head, can you take it off?
I'm not sure. I could barely lift my arms. God damn it, what have they done to me?
Sir, listen to me. I want you to park your elbows on the chair, lower your head, and pull backwards.
Thanks. I got it off. It's some kind of helmet. There's cables everywhere. There's a logo. Some kind of face with wings.
The Morpheus VR series. Huh?
The what? Hey! Answer me! As captain of the Endeavor, a representative of the United Earth Initiative, I demand to know what's going on here!
So these guys are called trances. They escape reality by kind of eternally jacking into a VR series and staying eternally inside it. They kind of lose all sense of reality, and I guess it's like a dementia patient. As a retired nurse, I'll explain. There's one client kind of was convinced that her son was a plumber, and he's not a plumber. Never had done any plumbing in his entire life, but she's convinced he's a plumber. And instead of trying to correct her, which gets her agitated, and because she's lost all sense of reality, you kind of just play along with it, and that's what's happening here.
All right, Captain Sir. I will notify the initiative of your little snafu.
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but the UEI will not forget this.
Poor schmuck. Reality is catching up with you.
What was that?
I said, I'm sure your crew will catch up with you.
So, as you can see, there's really no point in trying to snap him out of that delusion, as he would just get angry. Where am I going now? Kind of lost, actually. There's another one over here. Cross his mushroom. I'm not actually sure what that means. This woman's a bit delusional.
I need to ask you some questions.
You shouldn't be here.
Why would you say that, ma'am?
No, he'll see you. He doesn't like me talking to other men.
Does he have a name?
Please, just go away. He'll get mad if he hears us.
So she's envisioning some sort of person inside the walls from the sound that's coming from the walls. She's evidently hallucinating, but I think it's actually the pigs that she's interpreting as a man, and that I guess it's kind of like if you people that have hearing loss, so they only hear, let's say, 40% of their hearing. Their brain sort of fills in the rest of the conversation, and they live in this delusion. They hear things that aren't there, and it's kind of the same here.
Has he mistreated you in any way? Has he hurt you at all? You know, if we need to, we can take care of him right now.
No, he's just overly protective. I'm his first, you know? Oh God. Oh, God, I shouldn't have told you that.
You don't sound fine. Is this man home now?
He's always home. He's in the walls. Please, just go, or we'll both be in trouble.
Ma'am, I really don't want to leave you like this.
It's all right. I am where I want to be.
Wonderful. Aren't we having a mad fucking tea party?
And I guess on a bigger level, it's kind of happening with us as well. So because we're losing all sense of reality, we're filling in the gaps with what we think is reality. And as I said, people with hearing loss, with hearing aids, because of severe hearing loss, tend to do the same thing. A client was mistaking a cuckoo bird for going cuckoo, cuckoo, saying, Jesus is with you. That's how she heard it. And he evidently wasn't saying that, though the bird wasn't. Here we have again showing that we are in a, not in reality, this is a simulated reality. That's all that I can put that down to. So if you hack into this, you should be able to find it yourself. So you got to find numbers. There's a 0 there, there's 4 there, should be another 0 somewhere. Am I blind? There. And you just have to work out what the last number is, so just go through them all, but it's 4004, and that will open up and get you out of the basement. Again, you'll notice that we clicked in there, so we're sort of clicking in and out of reality. We think we are, but the whole thing is a simulated reality. And the question I asked you before was, did we ever jack out of Helena Novak? Here's a more deeper and profound question to put everything in perspective. Did we ever jack into Helena Novak? Because sort of yes, we jacked into Helena Novak at some point in time, but the way we perceive events isn't the way the events are. So even when we jacked into Helena Novak, it was a simulated reality, because it became a simulated reality back at the car. And that's what we're only starting to unravel that things aren't real here. Things are messed up, and we're mentally losing it. We're mentally losing control, and someone is playing these games to try and bring us out of the focus point. Because if they can bring us out of the focus point and then gain control, then they literally take over. And that's sort of like multiple personalities. As I said, only one personality can be in the main focus at any given time. You might be aware of another personality, but only one personality has control. And that's the same thing happening here. Now the crying you can hear in the background.
Hey you, come over here.
Is Daniel's wife, and this is Daniel's wife here. Sometimes it doesn't seem that way because the messages change depending on what you click on. I'll see if I can click on the right stuff, but it becomes a little bit harder. See this little picture format? That was in the original for every door, so you got to see a little bit of a tiny little bit of a face. They've taken it out in this remake, and I think they've done themselves a disservice, because that was always interesting just to see that little snippet, whether it was an eyeball, an eyebrow with a part of a chin, a mouth. It still gave you something.
KPD, state your business.
Your well-being.
Jack shit.
Yes. And no. What do you think?
What's this about?
Why, you, of course. It's always about you, isn't it?
Don't fuck with me.
That's not why I'm here. It's time to move on.
So what I think is happening is whoever's checked into us is now getting into our subconscious level, or our subconscious level is trying to sort of regain control to some degree and say, look, it's time to move on. It's time to, think.
I'm feeling obnoxious.
Relax. It's just a matter of time.
Time waits for no man.
Time is nothing. What's the problem?
Is this an interrogation?
Is that so hard to imagine?
Talking to the wrong guy.
Are you sure?
Take a hike.
Will not.
Will do.
Will not.
Game over. I got your number. I'll be back.
Our paths will not cross again, Dan. Try not to think about her. It won't bring you peace. This intercom is offline. Please contact the building manager.
So that was kind of subconscious. In another version, she says, "You're my man, Dan." So yeah, a little bit weird. I think it's a little bit of both for subconscious. So if you come back again, there's a sticker up there, a card. I've already grabbed it, so no point. And we come back to...
What the hell? I need to find whoever owns that tattoo parlor.
We come back to what we think is a reality, but of course it isn't.
Hey, is everything all right? Don't mind the rain? It burns sometimes. And this helps? Not tonight. Do you know who owns the tattoo parlor? Tenant. What? He lives here? In this building? Where?
Jack, Gardens, apartment, 210. Second floor.
Thanks. Don't get your wires wet.
Need to get out.
We will.
So that's a double fold in what he's saying about need to get out. Because remember, he was in a battle scene and he was in a... his convoy got ambushed, and he's saying, I need to get out, and he's experiencing that same sort of situation, being ambushed with the building. So gotta remember that. If you come back to 101, because remember the eyeballs?
Your eyeballs are ready, but you might need to reschedule.
What?
Your eye doctor. Where do I find him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I know all about the illegal surgeries. I found his chop shop under the tattoo parlor.
Oh, God.
If I don't find him, he's a dead man. Who's gonna install your new eyes then?
You're lying. You're trying to trick me, get me to talk. I know how you people operate.
Do you think I care about some quack hacking people up in his basement? Rippers are a dime a dozen around here.
Not like him. He's been good to me. He gave me hope. I won't betray his trust.
Damn it. Don't you get it? Someone wants to kill your eye doctor. Now will you just fucking tell me where he is?
All right. Jesus. Apartment 210. You didn't hear it from me.
So that's another way of finding out where he is from. So we come back up. I think we can get to it from the side. Actually, is that? Oh no. And this is not the best way of going about it. 210 is there. Okay. Oh, pull. No, push. Again, we've jumped back into what we think is a simulated reality. That little cutscene becomes a bit paramount. This is where Jack Kansas, the Ripper, the tattoo parlor guy, part doctor, is. He views himself as a savior. Kind of people view him as a savior too. And there's a card here. There's a couple of
Synchrosines refilled.
in the original
Synchrosines
version, you can
refilled.
actually pick up those, just cause the next cutscene. There will be a card for you right here. Oh, there is a card there. I didn't pick it up. And the Synchrosine would actually replenish for you right there. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it right here. We're going to join for Jack Kansas. We're going to run down the trail of the serial killer, and things are going to pick up pretty quick. Alright, until then, bye for now.